The island of Hawaii is under attack. Hawaii's been attacked. The island of Maui was attacked. It was burned and obliterated. It was an act of God. An act of God destroyed Maui. Judgment from a God came down and burned Lahaina town. I lived in Lahaina for 4 years, so this is very near and dear to my heart. This is very sad. And it was just that. It was an act of God. A God is a creator. Now, God's creation is broken. But if you look at the footage of these fires, it's very interesting. The West Maui Mountains weren't burned. Then below the West Maui Mountains, you have some cane fields. I mean, it's like red dirt, and there's not a lot of vegetation. The West Maui Mountains are thick vegetation. We hiked up to the Lahaina L one time, and it was a straight bushwhack. It was a very hard hike. This vegetation didn't burn. So then you cross the highway, and then you got Lahaina town. I lived about a mile from Front Street. You got Lahaina Luna, and then you got 505 on the south end, and that pretty much makes up historic Lahaina town. And it's just obliterated. It's just burned. Now, how did it burn? Are we even allowed to ask that question? Because I started out by saying an act of God burnt this town down. And it was attacked. And it was. And it doesn't matter who you blame that on. In the old days, they used to say, this is God's judgment on you. And in a lot of ways, that's true. And people push back and say, what do you mean? God's like Santa Claus with a naughty and nice list. And if you're naughty, he beams judgment on you. He has hellfires and plagues and diseases and problems hurt you. Like, why would God create us and then have problems happen to us? And the answer to that question is he doesn't do it. We do it to ourselves. But then there's a new God that comes in, government. And government says, yeah, that's what's going on. So I'll be the new God, and I know how everything works. So I'll fix the problems of this earth. We'll fix climate change. We'll fix disease, and we'll have an artificial world. And we'll artificially fix the problem of death. That's the game. That's what they are possessed with accomplishing. They want to become the new God, and then you live in their artificial world. The problem is, who caused these death and destruction? Because God doesn't actually spark the problems in this world. It's our separation from God that does. And some will even go, I think maybe these new gods, these government gods, cause it. And people go, no, you can't question that because I'm connected to them. I believe they're the savior. I believe in their smart cities. I believe in their artificial intelligence. I believe in their computers. I believe in their checklists. I believe in their checkpoints. I believe in their world. And I believe in their world they're going to build on this garden. The Valley Island is destroyed. Now they're going to build a electronical, solar, artificial, plasticky new Maui. Maui's country, man. Maui's board shorts and no t-shirts, and your cell phone hardly works, and there's no real cities, and people go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock. Maui's the country, man. It's the countryside. All the country boys live over in the Valley Island. And the people that want to fix death and not recognize a God are partnering with government. They're partnering with government. And they're not willing to look into how things work, what things are. It looks like that place was destroyed in a war. Yeah, it was fire. It was fire. It was fire raining down from heaven. And it was fire blowing from the winds. But what caused the fires? The media won't answer that. But they will place blame on local government and then bring in federal government to fix it. And it seems like they already have a plan of what they're going to do to fix it. It seems like they were already in the works for doing that. And out of the chaos, it seems like they're going to bring order. But the only thing they won't tell you is that maybe they're the God that caused the destruction.